Hey, we're Mark and Kitty Cheney. This is our final video. We have arrived. We are doing step 6. Looking forward to what's next. Well, here we are. We're on to the next stage. We had to make plans.
We did have to make plans.
Yeah. So we need to cover what we did for our new goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to ensure our success with them, because as we know, as we get close to goals coming to an end, we get stuck in our brain.
Things can fall flat a little bit, yes.
Yeah.
So as we get close to achieving a goal, it's usually that last 10% that's just the hardest to finally close out. And that is because it can feel anticlimactic in our brains. It can feel like, well, we've been doing all of this, either having fun achieving this goal or really focused work achieving this goal. Either way, what is life going to look like on the other side of this goal?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have that clear, then your brain can get stuck. If you don't know what it's going to look like on there, because your brain will keep you in this high energy state of fun or of achievement, and because it's been feeling good to make all this progress. But what happens at the other side of that goal you can get your brain stuck there if you don't think past that. And so to help with that, so that your brain doesn't self-sabotage you into staying 10% away from the goal, the solution is to set a new goal. Set a new goal to be achieved as soon as this one is done.
Or actually before this one is done.
Or before, yeah.
As you're getting close to reaching that
Mm-hmm.
end point, you need to be planning on, well, what's next?
Yeah,
because you've already proven to yourself that you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're getting there. So now we need to have something else, something that captures the imagination.
Something that captures the imagination, yes. So you can set your new goal in the same area. If your current goal is a health goal like ours was, you can set another health goal. Or you can set it in a completely different area. Maybe it's a business goal or a family goal or a finance goal or who knows what. But you do need a new goal to start on. And it's good if you start it just before you end the next one, because that starts getting your brain working on the new one. And then you just finish this one as a matter of course, just to get it done.
Because that last little bit, that last mile.
It can be hard if it can be hard if your brain gets stuck there, yes.
Yeah.
So another thing that a past coach has told us is that if you stay stuck there, another strategy is to just declare, you know what, when I'm 72% of complete, I'm done. And now you set a new goal. Mm-hmm. Not because you're done and you're never going to come back to this, but you set a new goal to reach further, to reach higher.
We call that a stretch goal.
A stretch goal that can work. So a concept to explain this is, if you're in archery and you're shooting for the target on the barn and you miss, maybe you'll hit the mud puddle. And that's not too much fun if you hit the mud puddle of your goals. But if you shoot for the moon, if you miss, at least you'll hit the barn. And that's what you were going for anyway. So set a new goal. You hit 72% of this one complete, call it done, set a new goal, and get to where that one is complete. So in my goal towards my pink silk suit, I set the initial goal of fitting into it. Well, once I fit into it for that photo shoot, I was in it, barely. I declared that goal done and achieved because I was in it. And now, it wasn't ideal. I mean, I couldn't even zip the thing up, but I was in it. So I declared it done, and I set a new goal to fit comfortably into it. And now I'm aiming for the moon, and I'm going to hit it. And I did.
Well,
I hit it. I did.
Yeah.
But that was not my initial goal. My initial goal was just to fit in it. And so it can be good to set a new goal. Call it complete, celebrate it. I did. And now set a new goal to go just a little bit further. And so that can be beneficial to declare it done and to move on to the next goal. And part of that is you have evidence of success. I mean, I had evidence. I had released all of that from size 22 down to where I could at least squeeze into a size 8. Amazing. And now I just wanted to fit comfortably in that size 8. Next is make sure to celebrate your achievements all along the way. Every small achievement you can, because the brain can get stuck. You've heard of there are plenty of us out there who feel like we were never good enough for our parents. That was not my case, but there are plenty of people out there who have that feeling. The brain can feel the same way. If you go from goal to goal to goal to goal and just got to get the next one done and the next one done with no celebration, your brain can feel like it's never good enough. And it just stops trying.
It's self-sabotage.
It does. It hits self-sabotage. And so it's important to celebrate all the little accomplishments that you make along the way so that your brain goes, ooh, I want to do it again, and I want to do it again, and I want to do it again.
Yeah, but how do we celebrate? Is that with food?
So not when you're on a diet, no. Many of us get stuck on that the only way to celebrate is to go out to dinner or to have ice cream sundaes or something like that. We get stuck on that the only way to celebrate is with food. That is not the only way to celebrate.
We got a fist pump?
We got a fist pump. Just a quick, yes, I did it.
Happy dance.
Happy dance, yep. You can do a happy dance. You can do a high five. Any of those things are quick, short little celebrations that cost nothing and they don't mess with your diet.
But they sure do fuel your brain.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
They fuel your brain really well. So lots and lots of those quick little celebrations helps your brain to want to go on to the next goal and the next goal and to continue achieving so that it can have that little dopamine rush of those celebrations. And
then we got to set new goals.
We set new goals.
New fitness goals for us.
Mm-hmm.
So when we started coming to the end of this, we're talking about 72% done,
mm-hmm.
and we were doing our stretch goals.
We got close.
We got close, but we kept moving forward. Mm-hmm. We started making plans on what was going to happen next. And one is we knew that with this diet, our energy levels had dropped because even your body's going to consume itself a little bit. You're going to lose some of your muscle strength. And so we wanted to get that back. So we hired a fitness coach.
And to clarify, it's not that our energy levels dropped. It wasn't
our
that
strength,
we were tired all the time. Our strength dropped.
Yes, more correct.
Our energy levels actually went up a little bit, but our strength dropped.
Yeah, but our strength dropped. And so we hired a coach to be able to get our strength back.
Mm-hmm.
And they started giving us daily exercises. Mm-hmm. And to do that, though, we had an assessment mm-hmm. of where we were physically. And one of the things that I had set a goal for was to do 8 pull-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why 8? I don't know. Felt like the right number.
But during the assessment, where were you at?
2.
You could do 2.
2. But in the time that we've been doing this, I'm now up to 7.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Awesome.
And me, shortly I'll be at 8.
Yes, you will. You will. You'll be there right around the corner. My goal, I have never been able to do a push-up.
From the floor?
From the floor, horizontal on the ground, from the floor, from my toes, never been able to do one. I could barely squeeze out kind of a really shaky one from my knees, but not really. So I set a goal of doing 1 push-up from my toes, horizontal on the ground. That was my goal.
Now, where you started, though, was doing a plank on your elbows and knees.
Yes.
How long could you hold that?
5, maybe 10 seconds.
And you are where are you now?
Oh, now I'm from my toes, horizontal, holding a plank on my elbows, but from my toes, I can hold it for 30 seconds now.
Wow. Big improvement.
Big improvement.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, we were...
Celebrate.
Yeah, celebrate. And then we're meeting with our coach weekly. Mm-hmm. And they're customizing our routines towards our goals. Mm-hmm. So as we progress, they're giving us new work to do. Mm-hmm. So we don't get the same stuff daily, so we don't get bored with the workout. Mm-hmm. And we're on an app, mm-hmm. just like with the diet, we're on an app. So as I always say, there's an app for that. Well, There's an app. This one, our coach has access to, and they track our progress, mm-hmm. and he's able to go in and see how we're doing, mm-hmm. and be able to make those adjustments. And then we have the other thing. So that was our fitness goal.
Yes.
Okay. And so that's part of that. But then also we have our health goals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that's our overall health.
Yes.
Right. So it's not just weight and size maintenance. But that's part of it.
That's part of
That's
it.
part of
We
it.
want to maintain what we've achieved.
Right. But we cleared out our old wardrobe.
To assist us with holding to these new sizes that we found, we cleared out the old wardrobe. We don't want
We
an
weren't holding it in
back.
reserve.
No.
We weren't holding it in reserve because we've created new habits,
Mhm.
and so we're making the progress that we need to be able to maintain what we've achieved.
Yeah. Now all my size 22 stuff, it's gone. It has left the house. It is never coming back.
Still got my Letterman's jacket. Thank you for that.
Well, of course not. That's at your new size anyway.
But that's an old wardrobe thing. And there's
Yes.
certain things we can.
We left the old large
But it
wardrobe.
wasn't as a fallback. That was the big part. Is
Yeah.
that we cleared out the old wardrobe, and then we're transitioning to maintenance.
Mhm.
So we were doing the 5-in-1,
Mhm.
and now we are on a 4-in-2,
Yep.
and we'll soon be transitioning to a 3-in-3,
Mhm.
and then
And through that process, it's not all going perfect. There's shifts and adjustments, and we're being forgiving.
very forgiving, because this is new, and
Mhm.
just like when we started the diet, we were trying to do the best we could with the knowledge that we have. This is a whole new phase.
Mhm.
So we're still back communicating with our health coach
Mhm.
on making this transition to these new fuelings and changing. We're still in the routine,
Mhm.
but we're changing how the fuelings are so that we're getting more lean and greens,
Mhm.
but we're also being more active, so we need more of that.
But the important part is to make it okay to not be perfect.
Well, so I dropped down to 165.
Mhm.
So I hit my goal.
Yes.
But now I'm at 170.
Mhm.
The thing is, though, that's 5 pounds of muscle,
Yes,
not
it is.
fat
Yep.
or water retention. So it's a totally different feeling. Cool part is my size hasn't gone up.
Yeah.
The weight changed, but the size has stayed the same.
The weight used to be how we were tracking.
Well, at least in my waist.
Yes. Yeah. The weight used to be the main thing we were tracking, even though that wasn't necessarily my goal. But that was the easy thing to track as we're releasing it. Now it's less about the weight and more about the shape. And so the weight is going up because muscle weighs more than fat anyway. But the shape is staying the same or getting better. And
Yeah,
that's
we're getting
what's
more sculpted, more defined.
Yes.
So that was really cool.
Mhm.
And then we also, as part of our health goals, we want to improve our diet. So we discovered a company called Viome Health. So that's Viome, and we sent in samples of our blood, saliva, stool, and all that, and they were able to diagnose that and basically look at our RNA.
Mhm.
And we were on supplements before, but as with all supplements, if your body doesn't need it, it will flush it out. We call it a bull ringer.
Yes.
With Viome, though, they're seeing what we were lacking, what we needed, so they customize these supplements, these nutrient packs for us to take on a daily basis. Then also we've got customized enjoy and avoid foods.
Mhm.
So another app tells us things to avoid.
Yep.
Or things to have less of,
Mhm.
and then there's a whole list of things to enjoy. And so I only have like 8 things that I have to avoid, so that's pretty good. Not too many. It's not even restrictive because most of them, like kale, I won't eat. But then they also give us probiotics and prebiotics so that we have good gut health.
Mhm.
And so we've been doing that and finding great results. As far as our energy and health and how we're adjusting to as we're introducing new things. Because when we were on this diet, we had cut out fruits.
Yeah. Now we're reintroducing.
We cut out starches, and now we're slowly reintroducing this. But we're introducing the right ones because Viome is telling us, yeah, these are good for you, these are bad for you. So we're having easier adjustment.
Yeah. It's been a great extra piece to add in just to up-level our health just a little bit more. And then as we have made these shifts, we've also added other new tools and habits. And so Mark mentioned we've hired this fitness coach. We now do a daily workout. We've never done that before. We had, I think at one point we had a 3 times a week workout, but now we're doing a daily workout that is
Well,
working
we walk
better
the
for us.
track for a mile.
Yes.
I mean, eventually we got up to where we
But
were
I mean,
speed walking.
Years ago, we had at one point a 3 days a week. But
That's
now,
true.
this is the first time in our lives that we've done a daily workout. Every day except Sunday, we're at the gym, and it's easy to maintain. It's a simple workout, easy to maintain. That we're seeing good progress with.
And then you're doing mental health stuff.
And well, we both are, but yes,
Yeah.
mine.
Well, I did the positive mental stuff, but you're doing meditation.
Yes, I've introduced a morning meditation every morning, and a morning gratitude journaling.
Well, we're both doing the gratitude journal.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm tracking it on a habit tracker app. For me, there are so many habit tracker apps out there. Many of them for me were very dry, and I just have to check the box, and that it wasn't fulfilling. It felt like more things I have to do. But when you add in the concept of gamification, now it becomes fun, and it gives you those little dings, gives you the fun little sounds, gives you
You get the celebrations.
You get the celebrations. You get the tracking what the streak is. I love getting my streak going and keeping that going for a while.
That means something totally different for me.
Yes. Anyway, the app that I have found that works well for me is called The Fabulous. I've really enjoyed that app. It has a lot of positive mental attitude pieces built into it. It has some morning coaching. It has some just positive thoughts in there. There's coaching built into it. It's an amazing app. Check it out if you're interested. It is a paid app, but there's a lot of really neat features with it. And so that's the one that I have found that works best for me. In addition, we are having patience with the process.
Grace.
This is not perfect. We're giving ourselves grace. We are making mistakes along the way.
Sometimes it's not going as planned.
Some things are definitely not going as planned.
Yeah, we had some hiccups making this transition.
Yes, we have. The transition, I mean, following the diet program, it's so laid out specific that we were able to follow that really well. This transition back into normal life, it's not going perfect.
I mean, we had our goals.
Yeah.
But the thing is we set the goal for after the diet. We didn't set the goal for after the diet. And we lost some motivation.
Yeah.
For a week or two.
Yeah, we did.
Right. We kept in with our coach, checked in, and said, okay, so what is our next thing that we're looking for? And so we had some stumbling blocks. We weren't perfect on this.
And so we're giving ourselves grace and making it okay to not be perfect. And one of the issues is my new body is not reacting well to push-ups. I have found that my shoulders need some more strengthening than what I thought. And so while I'm strengthening my shoulders, we have shifted our goals to where we are working more towards a hike in the summer. We want to hike Mount
Timpanogos.
Yes, we want to hike the local
we got
mountain.
some other hikes along the way.
Lots of other hikes
conditioning,
yes.
But that one at the end of summer is our ultimate goal.
Yes, and so we've shifted our training more in that direction, while strengthening my shoulders, while Mark is working on his pull-ups, so that so once again we set a goal and we're like, okay, we're going to stretch a little further out, and we're aiming for that hike. And then last, when you achieve a goal, it is important when you've climbed the mountain of goal achievement, it is important to then reach down and help others climb up. And that's what we're doing with these videos, is we are sharing our success, are sharing our tips to help you so that you can also achieve your goals. Part of that is it's just good to, what goes around comes around. It's good to help because there are others that helped us and now we're helping you. But also it creates some accountability because the more we have people who know what we've done and what we've achieved, we're less likely to eat a whole bunch of cookies in front of them. When somebody is talking about how they're so impressed with what we've achieved, I'm not going to reach down and grab that brownie. Or if there's a friend who is now hopping on that same journey, likewise, I'm not going to add the temptation for them. And so it helps hold me accountable when I share with others what I have done and what I have achieved.
Well, just like us putting this out on video, that's
yeah.
also holding us accountable.
Yes, it is.
People are going to want to check in with us a year from now and see how we're doing.
Yep.
And we should put out a video then.
That'd
Show
be
them what
fun.
we're doing. Yeah.
And then the more we get this connected to our identity, the more that we talk about what we have achieved, it gets connected into our identity. The more that other people know about it, it gets connected to our identity. And when it's part of your identity, Oh, now you make totally different choices. But part of shifting that is just getting the thoughts into your mind. I'm a healthy, fit person, and healthy, fit people do X. Healthy, fit people get up in the morning and go do their workout even though they're tired. Healthy, fit people don't grab a whole plate full of brownies. They enjoy one. If they really feel the need for one, they'll enjoy one. And so that's what I'm going to do because I'm now a healthy, fit person.
Healthy, fit people make informed decisions.
Yes.
That's really what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing against brownies.
Brownies are amazing. I just don't need to stuff my face with them anymore.
Right. But we make healthy, fit choices, mm-hmm. and that's how we identify, and that helps us be able to move forward and how we're able to maintain what we've achieved.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the end of our videos. I hope that you've been able to click like and subscribe. We will most likely put out some other videos on this channel, but this is the end of our fitness story.
Of our 6 steps to weight release success.
Thank you.